Wukusu family, what's up? Today we're diving into something very serious. Did you know that many scholars and activists believe that the United States is heading in a fascist direction? In this video, I'm going to break down what fascism is, give you some examples of its features, and raise the question, is America becoming fascist? And we're getting started right now. Before we get started, I want to really thank all of you who are subscribed to Harlem Liberation School on YouTube. It means a lot to us. If you're new here, I want to encourage you to subscribe. And if you have been here before but never subscribed, I want to encourage you to subscribe, family. It costs you nothing, but it means a lot to us. Now, family, the whole point of this video is to sound the alarm about the direction the United States is heading in and kind of give you some receipts to back up that claim and that alarm. But first, we need to be crystal clear about what we're actually talking about. What is fascism? Now, fascism is a far-right political system where one leader or a small ruling group seizes the total power of the country. Under fascism, ordinary people lose their fundamental freedoms, and the government uses three main tools to control society: extreme patriotism or nationalism to the extreme, violence, and propaganda. Here's the key. Fascism completely rejects democracy and individual rights. It demands blind, unquestioning loyalty to either the nation or the leader of the nation. And here's the scary part. It almost always targets minority groups, blaming them for society's problems as a way to unite the majority group behind their fascist agenda. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, hold up, hasn't America always had fascist tendencies? And you know what? That's a valid point, and that's definitely another video. But seriously, today we're focusing on how these tendencies are becoming more pronounced and dangerous. Let's look at the key features of fascism. A fascist government has 6 key features. I'm going to break them down for you very briefly. 1, it has a dictatorship, one leader or one small group with absolute power over the nation. 2, it suppresses democracy. They systematically destroy free elections, independent courts, and civil rights for the citizens. 3, extremely patriotic, nationalism on steroids. They glorify the nation as being superior to all other things and people, and they demand total, unquestioning loyalty, and they even call upon citizens to participate or ignore unethical actions in the name of the nation or being patriotic. 4, censorship and propaganda. They control media, information, and public opinion to shape reality. 5, the use of violence and fear. Fascist regimes use the police, the military, or even civilian militias to crush any opposition. 6, they scapegoat so-called minority group. It could be an ethnic or racial group, it could be a religious group, it could be a political group, and they blame these groups for all of the nation's problems. Scapegoating. When you look at world history, you're going to see this exact fascist playbook repeated in different times in history with these 6 features. A few historical examples. Let's look at the receipts from history. Italy, under the leadership of Benito Mussolini from 1922 to 1943, was fascist. And in fact, it was with Mussolini in Italy that the term fascism even came into play. Germany, under Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, from 1933 to 1945. Spain was a fascist regime under the leadership of Francisco Franco from 1939 all the way to 1975. Each of these regimes followed that fascist blueprint I just outlined. And now the question becomes, are we seeing any of these patterns in the United States right now as I speak? Is the United States becoming fascist? I'm not going to tell you necessarily what I think. I'm not going to tell you necessarily what to think. Instead, I want you to look at what's happening right now, what you're seeing on the news. And I want you to ask yourself some critical questions. Are we seeing attempts to concentrate power in the hands of a single leader or a small group? Are voting rights being restricted or suppressed? Is extreme patriotism being used to justify policies that harm certain groups? Has the government violated the privacy of its citizens? Are we seeing increased censorship or attacks on independent media and or journalists? Is state violence being used against protesters and political opposition? Are so-called minority communities, immigrants, Black people, people of color, being blamed for all of this nation's economic problems or social issues? Family, all you got to do is look at the current policies around voting access, immigration, protest rights, and media freedom. Look at the rhetoric being used by political leaders. Look at the fact that the president has gone to several universities in the country and has threatened to withhold all federal funding unless those universities comply with his wishes. I want you to compare what you see and what you read to the 6 features of fascism I outlined. I think the patterns are there. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Understanding these historical patterns and recognizing these warning signs, this is critical. This is about recognizing dangerous patterns that have led to some of humanity's darkest chapters. What can you do? For now, stay informed, stay organized, and keep having these conversations. Share this video widely with people who need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss our Black political education content. So next time, family, Wukusu, wake up, clean up, stand up, peace, and Black power.